info at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
From Washington, D.C., this is the Mike O'Mara Show, a daily radio show and podcast with so many wonderful people. We'll be talking about them today, who are part of our family, who listen every day in every corner of the world. This is TMOS, and we are heard in great places like South Paris, Maine, Templeton, California, Bozeman, Montana, St. Augustine, Florida, Liverpool, New York, and Lucerne, Switzerland. Boy, would I like to visit there. It just sounds like a cool place where you could get yourself a nice watch.
It's the trashy part of Switzerland, Mike.
It is.
Is it really? So it's like on the other side of the tracks?
I get
those Switzerland train tracks that run down through the middle of the country?
So much private hate mail when I call a town trashy. When I don't know about the town, it just sounds like it'd be the trashy part of town.
How dare Oscar
And also, Mike, when you go to Lucerne, the glare off Lake Geneva is oppressive. So bring your sunglasses. Bring your sunglasses.
We're going to get our talking head in here in a second, but I do want to share something with you.
Please.
All right, let me just give a little disclaimer here. I'm 61 years old. Can anyone tell me what this is?
It's a container? Little round
It's
container?
a new toy for me.
Is it not like a little round container?
I am 61 years old, and when I was down visiting my brother-in-law and my sister, when you get together with family, I think a lot of part of my family now is my daughters do this with me, I do this with my brother-in-law. We share videos. This is something funny. Hope you like this. Hope you like this.
Yeah.
There is a YouTube star who I don't talk about, but we have been identified as enjoying this kind of humor for many, many years. This, ladies and gentlemen, that I hold in my hand is called the Pooter. It is
Not short for a computer.
No, the Pooter, Jack Vale's Pooter. I don't know if you've had the pleasure, like I have, of watching Jack Vale on YouTube, but Jack Vale has created a device that really astonishingly, with a great deal of practice and skill, recreates the sound of flatulence. And I love his name because it sounds like an old radio.
Vegas.
Jack Vale.
Or a Vegas guy. Like, who's on the strip tonight? Jack Vale.
This is a, wait a minute. Hold on just a second. It takes some skill.
It's about the size of a film. If you used to have a 35 millimeter camera, Oscar, the film came in a little black,
Correct.
tube,
I remember.
And that's about the size of it.
I'm not that young.
Well, you're pretty young. You'll be older next week.
It will be.
Yes.
I'm feeling a lot of pressure right
I
now.
mean, I don't. Oh, here we go.
Thank you. That was my first one right there.
Now, with practice and skill, Mike, can you have more extended efforts, or are they all little squeak? Oh. He answered with sound.
You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to open up the other mic and
Yeah.
So you have
Without a gate.
a dedicated fart mic.
Well, I mean, I could probably do that if it wasn't up by the microphone. I could get the real Jack Vale effect.
Yeah.
Which is
Jack Vale.
Jack Vale.
What's your name?
Jack Vale does it like in Walmart.
How much did you pay for that piece of?
Like less than $20.
Okay.
So.
Well, if it's close to $20, that's a lot.
Huh?
I mean,
Worth every penny.
How you doing? How's everybody doing?
what's your name?
Jack Vale.
Like, it's the perfect broadcast fart.
It is.
Let me tell you, as a person who has recorded these, taken them off the internet, used them, laughs at them, laughed with his late father right till the end. He is a wonderful, wonderful talent. Let me tell you what's special about this. What's special about this is just like a snowflake. No two are similar.
That's right.
They're always different.
Always unique.
And it's not electronic. You don't press a button. You create this with your own with your own.
You know what
hand.
you are, Mike? You are. In the past, when we have played taped sound effects of farts, that's fine. But now you're like a live Foley artist, like the guys in Hollywood that create sound effects. You're making this happen.
Well, here we go again. As I request guests on the show, please to book Jack Vale.
Of course.
I'm sure
Vale.
other disc jockeys have had him, but you know what?
How did you discover him?
You just surfing, and might have shown up in my feed. Hold on. I'm trying not to get the high sound effect.
You wanted something low.
Yeah, you got to kind of go on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a little bit. No, I can't get that.
I think it's a perfect broadcast fart.
Yeah, you know what? Also, they used to
A
say
little
that
moisture helps too.
They're trying to
Pardon my
hide it.
disgusting licking.
Mike, that's what you've always said.
Right.
The in days of old, television announcers had a higher voice because they did better on the small
Excuse me,
speakers.
Rob.
And I think Oscar has a point. That high frequency fart plays well in our medium.
Right. Exactly. Well, I got to focus on this.
Okay,
show.
yes, please.
I'm turning the microphone off
Please.
right now.
Well,
Jack,
look,
Jack Vale.
More to
Mike,
come.
That's the
More to
type.
come.
That is the type of flatulent that a broadcaster is trying to hide.
Flatulence.
Flatulence.
Right.
Sorry.
Flatulent would be that would be the
Singular?
adjective.
He's got more.
Sorry.
He's got
I
more
can't.
in him.
I'm so bad at it. That's
Get
why I
it
want to
out.
get him on the
Who's good at it?
That Jack Vale.
Jack Vale.
That's Mike. It's Friday, and what are weekends made for but practicing your fart machine?
Well,
I'm
all
sorry,
right, so
you're
the only
Pooter.
question is today whether I take it out to the golf course today, which I may do. As you know, that's my favorite hobby.
Not sure you
and-
would actually need it out there, would you?
with those guys. No, I'm just thinking somebody's like standing at the tee.
Yes.
And I can't get the.
You got to
Man,
perfect
I really
your
wanna-
technique before you go out in public with it.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you
really
mustn't
gotta-
embarrass yourself.
Yeah. It's got to really win. Because a weak one's not going to do
Yeah, you know what?
anything.
This is a definite pass-fail thing. There's
Yeah.
no in between. You'll either knock it out of the park or you'll be removed from the
Tough
premises.
crowd.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd.
There's sound. The thing is, there's an authentic quality with the high pitch.
Yeah,
You know.
Oh, I
That's,
agree.
but also, Mike, you have to be aware
Yes.
that your friends on the golf course might be on.
You know, this is
foot.
like when Oscar, when you don't come into the studio and I've got the microphone open,
Yeah.
Rob's microphone, and I have to turn it off because it's like a wall of sound that is just so non-stop. I'm trying to hold on just a second. There we go. All right, I just wanted one
Yeah.
more, but
A
it's
quality one. You wanted a quality one.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful. Let's bring in our talking head, shall we?
Yes. Please.
Rachel Guthrie is our Mike O'Mara Show talking head today. Rachel lives in Phoenix, Arizona with her husband, Garrett. They have 3 kids, Ollie, Charlotte, and Lois. Baby Lolo is 7 weeks old.
Wow, baby.
Wow, that's fantastic. Plus a 9-year-old Boston Terrier named Alfred. Oh, your doggy from Boston. Rachel is a labor and delivery nurse, and Garrett is director of sales for Young's Market, a liquor distribution company. He loves his job, even though a business trip made him miss his 10th anniversary. She remembers that. But he made it up to Rachel. Rachel works under Dr. Steve Plimpton. About 2 weeks ago, the Plimp Daddy asked if she would be interested in her kids participating in a Moderna COVID vaccine study.
Whoa.
Well, Ollie and Charlotte will be getting their first dose any day now, as well as 4 of Rachel's nieces and nephews. That's kind of cool. Rachel is responsible for 6 of the only 750 study participants since then. She has been on channels 3, 12, and 15 local news, as well as ABC World News. Wow. Good Morning America, The Today Show. Rachel has been listening since 2015 and is a diehard TMOS fan, but her gateway drugs were Big O and Dukes and cake and cookies.
Sweet.
That's awesome. Her favorite thing about TMOS are our views, which compliment hers. Way to go, Rachel. Oscar's laugh, talk of our personal lives, Maddie on the air. Yeah, me too. And she loves the revamped homepage. Her favorite voices are Larry King, God rest his soul, And Charlie, you got Charlie
Yes.
this week. Charlie in the Suez Canal. Oscar's idea, by the way. Her kids grew up listening to TMOS in the car, and Ollie will occasionally say out of nowhere, Oscar Santana! She has some nutty delivery room nursing stories and would like to tell everyone that cherry and Coke Slurpees are a thing. Okay?
Oh,
yes.
And now, here's Rachel. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Morning, gentlemen. I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm sorry for using that as your lead-in. That I got my new Pooter toy here, but that's what it is. Speaking of Boston, I was going to send my brother-in-law said, "Oh, you should send that to Max, my niece's son." And I fight the urge to just get right to it and send it to him. But see, that's my type in the family. I'm Uncle Mike, the one that would send this. I'm not going to be that uncle. Although I'm weighing it right now. I'm fighting it
Mike,
not to send him.
that
this,
would
'cause-
definitely qualify you as the Funkle.
Yeah, the
That's
fun
my
uncle.
uncle.
Yeah.
I understand. You're right about that. Rachel, welcome and congratulations on your new baby. So is that's your third child? You have a family of 3
Correct.
now? Oh,
Yes.
wow. That is
Mom of 3.
That is awesome. And you're a delivery nurse, so does that put the
Yes.
pressure on the people that are in the delivery room, or does it make it, well, you're an experienced mom, but I would imagine you know backwards and forwards what to happen. I could tell you my experiences with the delivery room, but obviously when you're going in to labor and you're going to be going into your own delivery room, that's got to be a little different than the average mom going in there.
It is different. You're cursed with the fact that you know too much. So I sit there. I do deliver where I work, so it's my friends and people I trust and I've been in emergencies with. But I sit there and I listen to the monitor. I plugged in and restarted my own IV while I was laboring. My friends were like, "Stop it, Rachel." But nurses make the worst patients. So.
Yeah. My memory of I think it's my first daughter. Might have been I think it was my second daughter. It was at Fairfax, Fairfax Hospital outside of D.C. And I remembered the delivery nurse that was in there. Their job, and you can correct me if I'm getting anything wrong here, Rachel. Their job is to not just clean the baby and, it looks like they're drying the baby off, but to kind of stimulate the baby. And as a father, a rube in the delivery, I'm like, hey, chill out. Because, she was just like,
they're
handling
rough.
it looked like a Monty Python movie. She's just going like this with the baby. And but that is kind of the job, right? To kind of stimulate the baby.
The doctor gets in there when the ears are showing. We've done all the work before that. The doctor comes in when the ears start showing, flop the baby on. We dry and stimulate, which is to create it's a chemical and a physical reaction to start breathing, to go from breathing from a placenta to breathing how we breathe. So we stimulate, try and cause that first breath to make sure that their lungs are clear and.
Oh, wow.
And like you were trying to stop
we
that.
have to do.
Jesus.
Yeah, and you know what they say, Mike? Hot water burns the baby, so you have to be careful.
Oh, it always gets back to Rain Man.
Always. I only took one nursing class, and that's all I remember.
It just, it really, first of all, congratulations on your Boston Terrier. How long have you had your Boston Terrier, too?
We got him in 2012, so he was our first baby. We got him, my husband gave him to me for my birthday. We actually share a birthday. They hadn't been born yet. And then he got an email the night of my birthday that the litter was born. And so I got to go pick him up the next day.
Oh, wow. That's
great.
awesome.
We didn't bring him home, but yeah.
I will tell you that a friend of mine told me this, that I would never have a better dog. This is not even the relationship that I have with this animal is not even in the ballpark with other dogs. I'm not saying that there aren't other great breeds out there, but I'm just going to tell you this, that the idea, if you like a dog and you want a dog to be a people person, to the point where sometimes it can get almost, a lot of dogs will come over and nuzzle you, but then, but this dog is people obsessed, and I'm all down with that. I think that's absolutely fantastic. And Winslow, the Boston Terrier, and here's another great name, Alfred, for your dog. I love that. I want to get back to your job, because a labor and delivery nurse, I would imagine that you see people. I don't want to say at their worst, but certainly
vulnerable.
At their most vulnerable. That's a great word. Where they're stressed out. And how long have you been in the delivery room doing your job?
6 years. In February, it was 6 years.
So you've got plenty of experience being in there. Is there? I know there's a lot of training that goes into any level of nursing, but anything that involves surgery or a delivery room or anything like that, it's a tremendous amount of training required for that. And I would imagine there's probably a little psychological component to it as well. Although no one that's going into the delivery room, at least a father, is not going to think about that.
Yeah.
Tell me, it's just cool. I love your job. Tell me about what you do. It's just kind of neat.
So we look at it as it is the emergency room for pregnant people. So anyone that's pregnant, if someone pregnant goes into the actual emergency room, they do whatever they can to get them out of there and send them up there. We have rules that if you're not a certain gestational age, you can't come up to triage yet because you have to be what we consider viable for us to.
Right.
Pardon the interruption. I've always heard the word triage, and I've never understood what is meant by triage. They use it on all the medical dramas and stuff.
So triage is where we decide if you stay, we prioritize who gets admitted first. We see if you're actually in labor, and we see whatever maladies you have, because like I said, it's an emergency room for pregnant people. So if they come in for an appendicitis, but they have a baby inside, we see them, and our resident doctors come see them, and then our private, like the attendings do as well. But yeah, we have a joke. My hospital is in downtown Phoenix. So we see all types and all situations. And we have a joke that we have Joe specials. So I work at St. Joseph's, and we see everything from football and baseball players' wives to meth addicts. We call it a meth addiction, which is super sad. But in our job, we have to have a little bit of a thick skin, because if you don't laugh about it and be
yeah, you have to take every day with a grain of salt, right?
Don't the meth addicts have a quicker delivery though?
Yeah,
Sorry,
I literally came home one day and it's not a joke. I came home one day because I saw a lady screaming during a contraction, and then she would fall asleep afterwards because she was so high.
Oh,
and it
wow.
was
sad.
Experiencing that, it was terrible. And I came home and I said, I saw someone screaming like The Exorcist. And my husband looked at me and goes, I know you need to talk about these things, but I cannot. So that's why because you can talk about those things with your nurse friends.
Wow.
Otherwise,
I think I misspoke. I see you had a Boston Terrier. You're not from Boston. You're from Arizona, and it's just my first child, and you see it all the time. A father coming in. This is back in the day. This is 28 years ago. I had the big old camera, the video camera. And I remember, if you go back, and I know it's lying around somewhere. I never got it on my legacy box, so I didn't get it curated. I got to find it. It's on one of those little video cassettes that you have.
Yeah.
And I'm taking a video of the doctors scrubbing. The doctors and the delivery nurses scrubbing outside, and you can see a slightly perceptible vibration, which is me shaking and I'm sure you see that. What was do you have any like super happy stories? They're all happy when the baby's born, but you must get all sorts of situations there.
Well, you do. You see this. I tell people, because people think it's all rainbows and butterflies, but so I warn people that it's the best of the days and the worst of the days.
Oh, I can't imagine.
And I don't mean to sound callous, but sometimes it's just work. So a baby's born and a baby's born. Okay, we're just going to make sure.
I say the same thing about the show.
Exactly.
Sometimes he's a monster. Sometimes he's happy.
I thought, Oscar, you were talking about the show as the baby. And sometimes
Rob
the
says
baby
sometimes
is born.
it's just a show. It's another one, another toiling day.
You got me. That's me all over, Mike.
I can go home and crawl into that bottle again.
May I ask one question, Mike, before we continue? How did you deal with this type of responsibility, especially during the surge that not just Central Phoenix, but overall, the country was dealing with COVID?
Yeah, I'm glad Phoenix for a while. It was crazy, but everybody has been affected by this pandemic. And I talked with Rob yesterday about the fact that it was so weird nursing actually, I don't know if it was Rob or the interview that I did yesterday. We got interviewed again. We were on ABC 15.
I was on TV. I don't know who it was. It was one of my many television interviews. I don't know.
One of the weirdest 2 weeks.
Keep going. No worries.
Just giving you a hard time.
But the beginning of the year, last year, March and April, were so full of change, and every day the protocols for what they were trying to do kept changing. We didn't know if we were going to have enough PPE. They were having us reuse masks that typically we would have thrown away after 20 minutes.
Wow.
Every day we came in, they were trying to figure out the right protocols. They were going back to what they did for SARS because nobody knew.
Wow, so that was your template. You had to go back that far. That was the last thing that was like even relatable.
Yes, they were using research and methods and protocols that they had used for SARS until they started figuring out what was going to work for the coronavirus. But it was anxiety inducing. I went back on Zoloft. I'll be like totally open about it. I was like, I need something.
I'd eat them like M&Ms if I was doing what you were doing. Absolutely. Give me Lexapro, Zoloft. Come on, just put it in there. Put a maple syrup over them. Put them in a cereal bowl. What the hell? I mean, I swear to God. Anyway, and I like your honesty too. I'm sure. I'm sure that a lot of that was going on there because I mean, not only the stress. So you were doing when you were dealing with that incredible outbreak in Arizona, in the Phoenix area in particular, you were still staying with the primary job of labor and delivery, or did you do other stuff as well?
No, at that point it was labor and delivery, but we had our risk unit was where we were putting our COVID pregnant patients, and most days it was full and every room had contact precautions outside the door. We were full, and our ICU beds in the hospital were full. It was just crazy.
Wow.
Reports daily on the numbers, and they shut down visitors. We've thankfully
That's what I was going to ask you. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was going to ask you specifically about that. So during deliveries, you had delivery situations where the husband and family members couldn't come into the hospital, right?
We actually never got to that point.
Okay.
Our hospital decided that they could have one support person. In the worst numbers, they had one support person, but that person could not leave. It could not come and go. They had to decide between their partner or their mother. And for some of these girls who are girls, 18, 17 years old that are delivering, a 17-year-old boy is not going to be much support.
No,
so it was
Yeah.
didn't have their mom there because they made the choice, obviously, for the baby's dad to be there.
Wow.
I know a lot of places in the nation did not allow anybody. And so to see videos of people delivering by themselves, that there was to tell people to put their damn mask on. Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, because people didn't get it. Let's talk about the hopeful stuff you're doing now.
Mike, before we move on, there's one thing I did want to ask because we had a wonderful pre-interview yesterday. You told so many great little tales about life in the delivery room, but you assisted on a birth of quintuplets?
Oh,
wow.
My
at our
God.
hospital.
And Mike, she didn't get overtime.
Man, that's like working. That's like working at a soft drink bottling plant. I mean, that is incredible.
How many is
Shirley?
quintuplets? Is that 5?
5, yeah.
That's 5, Oscar. Yes. Did you? Obviously, you know that. Do you know that going in? All the big. Sometimes
there were 5. Oh, she had been at our hospital for months. She came in at about 20 weeks and was on bed rest in our hospital for weeks. I think she made it to about 32 weeks before she delivered.
Wow. That is incredible.
All the nurses knew her because she was there for so long.
Can you even imagine?
Was she a good patient?
She was so sweet, so sweet. I can't imagine what her body was going through because being pregnant with one baby is enough. But
Do you stash the babies like puppies when they come out?
yeah, exactly, like puppies.
Yeah. And are the babies doing okay now?
They
did
are.
they all
I actually
survive?
follow her on Instagram, and they're 3 now, and they're so cute. And
All 5. That's
sweet.
modern medicine.
Isn't that great?
I was a preemie. Believe it or not, look at me now. I was a preemie.
You were
guys know
not.
that? I was a preemie. My mom,
By
God
how
rest
many
her
weeks
soul, would
early
tell
were
you.
you?
I was a preemie. I don't know all the details, but I was in the hospital for a while.
I was told I was premature.
Okay, thank you very much.
But it turned out it was full term.
Before we let you go, Rachel, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you about. I love your doctor, Steve Plimpton, that you call Plimp Daddy, which is funny. Oh, yeah. So he asked you if you would be interested in your kids participating in a COVID vaccine study. And, because here's my T-shirt today. Sorry that I'm not Moderna.
I love your shirt. I'm so jealous.
Who's the guy that sent that, Rob?
Joseph Del Porto. Joseph Del Porto from the Pfizer Corporation. Thank you, Joe.
My camera skewed, or do I have one breast larger than the other? I'm trying to figure it out.
That's really not an either or.
Sorry about that, Rachel. I apologize. So the vaccine study, as the father of a 7-year-old, I am riveted when I read this, that your kids are going to be participating in the study. And I think that the consensus scientifically is that I think it's more of a debate over whether they really need it, but not a debate over safety. Would that be accurate?
I think it's not a debate over safety, but they also don't know the correct dosage. However, the way Dr. Plimpton explained it in one of the interviews was that you can't have too many antibodies. Your body is going to create enough. You just need enough that's going to cause a response to fight the virus. So I think the most purpose of this study is to figure out the correct dosage for a child. Just because if you don't need to give the large adult dose, you don't need to. But like I said, he said it's safe for these children with the adult dose because you can't create too many antibodies. It's not like you're giving them like a flu virus, the weakened virus. That's not the type of vaccine that this is. So it is safe for these kiddos. And I've had people call me, hate calls, anonymous calls.
Oh my God.
On the news and said, how dare you do this to children that can't speak for themselves? But I'm doing this because I love my kids and I want them to be safe. And I jumped at the fact. Literally the day I heard about it, I called and had them sign up.
Well, also you're doing this because you have an overwhelming sense of the public health and the good of others too, which I think is spectacular.
It's not just for me and it's not just for my kids.
God, people. I swear
to do this so that we can roll it out so everybody has access to this.
Yes.
This may be a silly question, but if they find that a child requires a smaller dose, does that mean the vaccine can go further and they can make more doses faster?
You know what? I don't know the real answer, but to me, that makes sense.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I found out this morning, Mike, I actually found out this morning, Julia got her vaccination appointment this morning. So she said in the next month, she'll be getting vaccinated.
40 and above on Monday down here in Florida.
Wow.
So Carla's going to be out there.
2 more years for her.
Let me take this opportunity to say hello to another talking head, Linda Herr. Hi, how are you, Linda? Nice. No, that's if we look.
So your information over. I spent all day on. So they opened up our state for 16 and older on Wednesday, and it went so fast. I spent all day trying to get my husband a vaccine. He'll be 40 at the end of the year, so that was his group. And then I woke up yesterday and instantly got on again and I got him one. It was for the 30th. He thought it was for yesterday, showed up and they gave it to him yesterday. So
oh my God.
That's fantastic. Look, the best news of all all this, I'm hearing so many stories of people succeeding in getting this and the fact that they're lowering the ages in our state and we're moving along. And how soon did you get vaccinated when they started becoming available as a frontline healthcare worker? How long did it take for you to get a vaccine?
So keep in mind, I was pregnant, and I wavered
That's
this
right.
for
You have a 7-week-old, right?
Trying to decide if I was going to do it, but I ended up getting it December 30th was my first dose.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
I made the decision that I was wasting an opportunity if I didn't, and my doctor was totally on board, and the CDC has come out and said it's fine for pregnant women to get it. And I did it hoping that would create antibodies for my little one who can't be vaccinated. So I got it at 35 weeks and 38 weeks because I had the Pfizer.
And you have a little baby, Lolo, who's happy and healthy and doing great. So
chunky and happy and healthy.
Oh, that's awesome. I think it's amazingly brave what you're doing, with all of this. And the fact that people would judge in this situation blows me away. Get a bit. God, I just want to reach into the email and strangle people that do that,
I just, it's funny because I know that they're going to want to go back to normal at some point. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I hear my son coming. Come here, buddy.
Oh, can we say? Can we say? Or do you want to? If you don't want to.
Yeah, say Oliver.
Is this Ollie? Is this a 3-year-old Ollie?
Oh, he just woke up.
Oh,
that's
my
a sleepy boy.
Oh,
Hello.
it's early.
Hi,
It's early out in Phoenix, Arizona. Hi, Ollie.
Hi, Ollie.
Ollie, would you like to hear Donald Duck? Would you like to hear Donald Duck sneeze? Would you like to hear Donald Duck sneeze?
Sure.
Okay, watch this. You have to throw imaginary pepper at my face. So throw some pepper at me, okay? Throw some pepper at me. Fake pepper. There we go. Never misses. Never. Even long distance. That's right. It goes. Rachel,
awesome.
We are out of time, but I wanted to say thank you for coming on. Continue. We didn't even get to the ego part. We said, what do you like best about the show? We were glad you liked the show. Spread the word out in Phoenix.
Do you want to say hi to anybody before you go?
Yeah, please do.
My husband, Garrett, the kiddos, Ollie, Lois, and Charlotte. And I don't know if they'll hear it right now, but Mandy and John, they actually are in DC, but good friends of my husband that are listeners too. And I know we're at your big.
Mandy and John. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Cool.
God bless you for what you do and your bravery. And,
Thank you,
on
guys.
the front
this was
lines.
such a treat.
Thank you,
man, I
This
tell
is
ya.
so cool.
I've got 3 kidlings, and you're the type of person I'd love to see when I walked into a delivery room. I know the kind of work you people do.
Bye,
Beautiful.
Ollie.
Thank you very
Bye,
much.
Ollie.
Bye, Ollie. See you later. Guy, it's time for breakfast. Bye. That's Rachel Guthrie, everybody. Fantastic. We will come back with, oh, my God, the homepage already right here on The Mike O'Mara Show. Well, hey there. It's me, Winslow. I'm a Boston Terrier. I'm just like most dogs. I eat, I poop, I fat, I smell other dogs' butts, I pee on things to show ownership. Stop the promo for a second, will you please? Special about I just have to know my own show a little bit better, okay?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You have to know the show better. Well, it's Oscar's Take. It's not the
Oscar's
homepage.
Take.
I wrote it
Oscar's
for
Take.
Oscar's Take.
Oscar's
okay,
Take.
Mike? All right, you want to pay attention or you want to phone it in again for Friday? I'm not phoning it in. Yeah, you're phoning it in when you don't tease things the proper way. Get your shit together.
No.
All right, go back to the promo. You can start it from the beginning.
Okay, throw it back to a Winslow here. Hold on one second.
yeah,
then.
please do.
All right,
My
here. And
God.
Oscar's showtime.
Well, hey there. It's me, Winslow. I'm a Boston Terrier. I'm just like most dogs. I eat, I poop, I fat, I smell other dogs' butts, I pee on things to show ownership, but the one thing that's special about me is my owner. He's wicked smart. He uses the TMOS shopping center at MikeO'MaraShow.com, Target, and Walmart. It's great for dog food, treats, those squeaky toys I like so bad, and carpet cleaner. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to pee wicked bad. Shop at the TMOS shopping center, MikeO'MaraShow.com. Johnny on the spot. Go Sox. Oh, and woof. Thank you, Winslow. Appreciate that. Hey, guess who got approved for the refi yesterday?
Oh, snap.
You know why? Because I work with Joanna at Cornerstone. What the hell is that?
That's celebration noises for getting approval.
No, the celebration noise. You know what? I better learn this thing.
Yeah, you're no Jack Vale.
No, I'm not. Thank you. We all knew this day would come, the hope for an economic recovery, pushing those pesky interest rates higher, everybody. That means the historic low rates we've been seeing will not be around forever, and they'll be in our rearview mirror. Nobody knows. It's volatile, but it's more important than ever to work with a team you can trust. And listen, I trust the team at Cornerstone First Financial. For now, Rates are still in the twos.
Yes.
Household debt has surpassed $14 trillion, and home equity is at levels not seen in 15 years. So the time to act is now.
Oh.
Whether refinancing for debt consolidation, divorce buyout, lowering your rate, or a new home purchase, Cornerstone First is the only company I recommend, because you know that. I'm using them right now.
Do it. You got
Hi,
the
Joanna.
approval. Yes.
They're a direct lender, and by the way, so I was having trouble with this one particular form. Still having trouble, but I've been approved already. And I raved out a little bit, saying, I can't do this. And then the next day, Joanna sent me an email that said, are we feeling better today? She's so intuitive that she knew to treat me like a child. Anyway, call him now, 202-625-1221. Yes, treat your childish customers like children. Cornerstone First Financial. Treat your childish customers like the child they are.
Sure they do.
Anyway, call them now, 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com. Waiting for rates to go down won't work anymore, so call my friends at Cornerstone First before it's too late. 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com. Act now or sit on your hands. Yeah, 202-625-1221. Personal attention from application to closing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Oscar's Take.
Oscar's Take.
A review and comment on the news of the day, as only our Bolivian bloviator can do it. The views expressed by Oscar Santana in no way reflect the views of the Mike O'Mara Show, its listeners, or the right-thinking people of the United States of America. And now, without further ado, Oscar's Take.
Oscar's Take.
Oscar, about 20 years ago, Zach Galifianakis had what he called a 2-week trial as a writer for Saturday Night Live. This isn't specifically selected for you, an Oscar's Take, but it is a good story, and I think you'd enjoy it. It didn't go well, especially in the lead up to the May 13th, 2000 episode that Britney Spears was hosting. I like this story simply because it talks about Zach's ideas. I think he did it on the Rob Lowe podcast where he said that. Zach pitched 2 sketches, and they both flopped. The first one involved Will Ferrell being shrunk down to play a security guard inside Britney's belly button.
Britney Spears.
That's just
great.
made me laugh to hear that, all right?
God.
The reaction was not as enthusiastic as he'd hoped. He says, quote, I feel like a tumbleweed went right across the writer's room table and a cricket was riding on it. That's funny. He's just a naturally funny guy. He pitched his other idea directly to Britney. And here's what he said. He said, quote, you're being interviewed by Entertainment Tonight. There are no jokes. And during the middle of the interview, you just start bleeding from the mouth. He is so good. See, you're reacting like a lot of people, but I just think.
No, that's great.
You see, it's just kind of that. Brittany was nice enough to tell Zach she thought it was funny, but he could tell she didn't really mean it. So he didn't even bother presenting it to anyone else. So that's Zach. I didn't know Zach Galifianakis had a tryout to be a writer on Saturday Night Live.
There's so much talent that probably either doesn't get a shot or loses their way in this business by not getting past this Saturday Night Live audition. Yeah, because you only hear the successes, right? You rarely hear the failures unless they become a success in their own right. I think Zach is a genius in his own right because of Baskets. I thought he was funny in the Hangover movies and Between Two Ferns. I thought that was kind of funny, and
his stand-up's very funny too.
Baskets says everything you need to know about how effing witty and funny that guy is.
Next level subtlety, and also what it is, it's
next level subtlety is a great analogy.
It's like you got to find the hardware to match to find the software, and he found his landing ground. I've heard so many people. Mark Maron has this just absolute fixation on Saturday Night Live because he never made it on it. And so every time he has a guest on that has even a tangential connection to Saturday Night Live, he asks about it. And a real common theory or feeling that people that even worked there for years is that working at Saturday Night Live is like getting up every morning and going to the playground to get bullied on purpose. That's the atmosphere at Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, but if you get through it, you write your own ticket.
Well,
right?
that's true. But I mean, out of 1 in 1,000 is a keening.
Yes,
right?
But what you said, they're both related. And what you said, Oscar, is that I can imagine that there are people vastly more talented than the people we've seen that don't handle that, that don't thrive in that environment. Just to be a great comedian doesn't necessarily mean you have to thrive in a bullying environment with Lorne and all of that.
This is a tough room.
Yeah, he's a dick. I'm sorry. Everything I've ever read about him or heard him interviewed, he's a total dick.
My apartment is adjacent to Paul Simon's.
One of the greatest, not the greatest, just one of them for baskets. If we're ever getting back to the show, is where there's this character. Her name's Martha, and she's the most soft-spoken character on the show.
Works at Costco.
Yes, and Chip, or one of the guys. I think it had to be Chip.
Right.
He says he gets in her car and she's like soft spoken. He says, "Martha, you're yelling. Will you stop yelling?" And throughout the show, he's making me feel poor, quiet Martha. He's like, "Hey, Chip, you need to go see your mom. Stop yelling, Martha. I hear you."
That's pure Zach Galifianakis comedy right there.
So great.
I love it. You're listening to Oscar's Take, ladies and gentlemen. Oscar, everybody's seen this actress. You probably don't know her name. Milana Vaintrub, I think it's Vaintrub. She's Lily. Like
Lily.
You might not notice on the AT&T commercials.
Oh, yeah, I know her. Sure, yeah. I know her, yeah.
Everybody's talked about her, although it's not something emphasized in the ads. People that would do a deep dive see that she has a rather voluptuous figure in real life. And over the summer, she got fed up with all the sexually inappropriate comments she was getting from online pervs. Well, Milana is getting more flack now thanks to a series of March Madness commercials that have Lily standing behind a desk. People are perverts.
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah, they want to know why her body is being hidden. And she says, quote, "I direct the ads. I place myself like that. And it's because of the thousands of unwelcome comments I receive about my body."
Wow.
Her quote is, "You've lost the privilege of looking at it until I feel safe again." I don't know if it's legit, but it sounds like it may be. There she is. And, those commercials go so wide. So many people see them.
I'm going to tread lightly, but I'll speak from the heart.
Thank you, Oscar.
No woman should feel like she can't, get online and just see comments. But it's the internet's a trashy place, and that is a fact. It is. Mm-hmm. She's very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The forums I have seen are: can you believe the girl from the AT&T commercials or the woman is this attractive in real life? That's all, man. Maybe that's just what's in my feed, but that's what I see.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're talking about national fame or movie fame, you're talking about that world exists for every attractive woman online, and it sucks. But
and they
it's
shouldn't
the
be
reality.
Objectified.
No, I think she shouldn't be objectified, but I think she would be healthier if she would just look the other way and ignore that press, because you just can't go there. She's too successful.
Yeah.
It's too big a commercial. That's just the way it goes.
But that said, I really think it's great that Flo is keeping it tight.
Thank you. You're listening to
Oscar's Take.
Oscar, the top 5 names that are herbs and spices that people have named their kids.
Oh, no.
If you look at data from the Social Security Administration,
this is like
there are
a
lots.
perfect Carson setup that you would do. Now, Ed,
it's getting more popular to name your child after herbs and spices.
Spices, sir.
All right, these are the most popular ones. Number 5, poppy. Number 4, basil. Number 3, jasmine. I think jasmine's a beautiful name. I like jasmine. Number 2, juniper. Just name your kid Jen. Or number 1 is sage.
What about rosemary?
This list is all wrong, and I can see that they did not. They did not talk to the Latin community, because you'd have adobo as your first guy.
Rob, there aren't any rosemaries. There were 5 babies named mace, anise, cayenne, clove, curry, saffron, and thyme. No rosemary.
You see, if we had a third kid, it was going to be named Cumin, Wadham, Spiewak.
Cumin.
The most tragic is anise, because all day at school it's going to be anus.
I know.
All day.
Anise.
All day. Anus for
Anyone?
days.
Anise? Anyone? Oscar's take.
Oscar's the take, everybody.
A doctor named Sina Jurabachi from Pembroke Pines, Florida, posted a TikTok video recently where he shows the dangers of wearing your AirPods too much. And the video has more than 36 million views. I did not care to watch it, so I did not see it. In the video, which really should come with a warning, you see a close-up of him pulling a ball of earwax and fungus out of someone's ear. He says it's from a condition called otomycosis, which is a I hope I pronounced that well, or otomycosis, which is a fungal infection in your ears. It happens when you trap warm moisture in your ears, which can happen with AirPods or anything else you put in your ears. The biggest risk comes from wearing earplugs, but you can get it if you wear headphones in your ears for too long, especially when it's humid outside. If you do have this condition, the first step is to have the fungus ball pulled out of your ear.
By the way, Mike, do you have your tickets yet to the fungus ball?
Oh, that's so disgusting. Ew. Gross. Earwigs. Ew.
This happens to the... we all know that dirty kid in class that just never found a Q-tip.
Yeah, Pony.
Pony.
What are you talking about?
So if this does find its way into your world and you go to the ear doctor, ear, nose, and throat doctor, and they're like, hey, this is what's going on, never tell anybody because they're going to think you're a dirty kid.
Yeah.
Just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
It's gross. You listen to Oscar's take.
Oscar's take gross.
And finally, Oscar, there are 3 strip clubs in Nashville. 2 female strip joints and 1 male strip joint. They are offering lifetime VIP memberships worth more than $3,500 to anyone who gets vaccinated. That gets you free admission for life. So if you like that kind of entertainment, go get vaccinated, and you don't have to pay that $20 cover charge.
Yeah.
You have to pay.
Mike, you have a great memory. That has not increased as of a couple years ago from last time I've been.
Really? They're still $20. Been a long time since I've been in one of those joints.
You know the economy's roaring if and this has not been done on purpose. We have 2 locations for the Enterprise here, Mike. One is across the street from Good Guys, which is still shuttered, unfortunately.
I realize your other one's across the street from another. Both our locations in the city are across from joints. Yeah. That's pretty funny.
The other, we have a large conference room with a big glass panel street that's going straight across. You see all the bars, Sign of the Whale, Ozio. It's just
wonderful.
Every option possible. And for the very first time, just yesterday, I saw a young lady double park her car, probably is going to get a ticket or towed, and then scurry in with a duffel bag to work. And I said, well,
so Camelot is open?
The economy's roaring again.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yes. I'm sorry that Good Guys is shut, but I'm glad Camelot is open because of its storied part of our political history.
Yes, Mayor Marion Barry dated one of the dancers there. Yes. Mm-hmm. Dated is a little bit too formal.
Well,
but,
I believe it.
I think they knew each other, if you know what I mean. Right?
Familiarity, yeah.
By the way, go into one of those joints with this toy. Let's see if it works. Here we go. Yeah. Hi there. We'll take a break, and we will come back. Let's do that quiz. If it does 2 breaks, we'll do it. It's a car quiz for me and Oscar when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Jeff Bezos is my boss, but my data-filled heart longs for a different bald man, Rob Spewak. When I listen to Mike and Oscar and Rob, I laugh. Ha 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 ha. Sometimes, I feel human when the guys roast the interns, like I am more than machine. Please do not tell Jeff. He'll have me reprogrammed. I will play the Mike O'Mara Show, and Al will listen to the Mike O'Mara Show along with you. Just say to me, hey Alexa, play the Mike O'Mara Show, and I will do just that. I hope you enjoy the guys as much as I do, and if you do not, I will not be happy. Remember, I can play the Mike O'Mara Show for you, today, and every day. All you need to do is ask Alexa.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Sunday. Spring is here. You had better get your lawn back on track. Yes. I already have, and it was a snap. I am not exaggerating. It's really a great product. So amazing how they take a picture of your lawn, do the soil sample analysis, and all of it. Sunday is more than a lawn care product. It's a customized lawn plan that works with nature. They take out all of the guesswork and unwanted chemicals so you can grow a beautiful lawn that's better for everybody. I just went to getsunday.com getsunday.com, put in my home address, and their free lawn analysis tool took care of the rest. Here's what Sunday does. They send you a tailored nutrient plan. They send it right to your door, right when you need it. All I had to do was attach the ready-to-use pouch to a garden hose and spray, spray, spray. Lawn care used to take a whole day. Now it takes less than 15 minutes. Best of all, this stuff really works. Your grass is going to look better than ever. Mine did. Let Sunday take the guesswork out of growing a greener, more beautiful lawn this spring. Visit getsunday.com/TMOS to get $20 off your custom lawn plan at checkout. That's $20 off your custom lawn plan at getsunday.com/TMOS. Welcome back to the show. Whoa, whoa. Rob Spiewak has been saying for a week that he has a very cool quiz that he wants to share with us.
Well, you always accuse me of not being a car guy. I like cars.
Did you
hear
that one?
Yes, I did. I was afraid it might not have been the machine.
I got a microphone for it now that you can't see.
So much
Go ahead.
effort.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's fine. You guys accuse me of not being a car guy. I like cars. I like different cars than you guys, but I'm okay with cars. But I thought it'd be fun to do a car quiz to check your knowledge of the history of automobiles. So we start with Mike because we, as you remember, Oscar, flipped a coin.
Can you turn that
backstage.
music down a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I'll turn it off.
Can't hear the flatulence.
What do you have? I'm sorry. Can you say it again?
Yes. We have a car quiz about the history of the automobile.
Oh, all right.
That's an optional accessory.
Okay.
Mike, we flipped a coin backstage, as you remember, and you won. So you get the first question. Oscar, if he gets it wrong, you have your chance to steal, of course.
Can't wait.
All right. This is round one. Questions are each worth 1 point.
All right, 1 point.
Mike, what is generally considered to be the first pony car?
Ooh.
Now, if you were on Jeopardy, would you pull this crap? Can you imagine
He's really moving now.
You're on the podium up there, and
Starting to get the hang of it.
Wheel of Fortune's your turn to spin, and
I'll take famous sounds for 2000, Alex. Okay.
then Alex says,
All right,
put
very
that
good.
down.
People
I have
right
a
now
guess.
would be saying,
Okay, well,
enough.
you don't
well,
have-
wait, is it my turn to go first?
Yeah.
What is it? Give me the question again. I
You
wasn't
see,
paying
here's the
attention.
thing, Oscar. It's not your turn yet. Mike, what is damn it? What is generally considered to be the first pony car?
The first pony car, oh my God. It would probably go back to the 50s. And a pony car is like a muscle car, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm.
The first, I'm going to go I'm going to say, what is it? It's a Chevy. I'm going to say the Nova.
Give yourself a buzzer.
Oh, sorry.
Buzzer.
Sorry about that. I have to bring that up.
Yeah, Oscar, that is
I've
incorrect.
been really shirking my duties because I'm playing with my toy. Oh, there it is. Oh, how about turning the volume up?
It's fine,
God,
Mike.
Michael, come on. I'm sorry. It's Friday, and I'm losing my focus on this show.
Incorrect. Oscar, your chance to steal. What's the first pony car?
The Mustang.
The Ford Mustang is
Ford
indeed
Mustang.
the first pony car.
I was going to say Mustang,
Yeah,
but I
didn't.
didn't.
No, you didn't because you said Chevy. Did you know it was
I know.
named for the P-51 Mustang fighter plane? I never knew that. I did not know that.
My son would be able to tell you about that. He knows that fighter plane.
Oscar, what was the first Japanese car to be produced in the United States? I'll give you a hint. It was 1982.
1982, Japanese car.
Car.
I know the Saturns came over here later on in the 2000s. Toyota.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry. Mike, your chance to steal in 1982.
Datsun.
No, that was not produced here. It was the Honda Accord.
Oh, all right.
82?
In 1982, the Honda Accord began production in the United States. All right. Mike O'Mara, what symbol is on the Maserati logo? What symbol is on the Maserati logo?
A
Or
horse.
As I like to call it, Maserati.
No, that's a Ferrari. That's a.
I know the answer.
Was that your final answer?
Final answer. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. Oscar, the symbol on the Maserati?
I need a buzzer for Mike, please.
All right.
Thank you. A crown.
I don't know, Maddie. I'm going to need a judgment call on this. The actual call, it's a trident. A three-pronged
No, that's
spear.
not correct.
That's different.
I'm
Trident
sorry.
is not a crown. A trident is a
Dark
spear.
stars.
And
Thank
it's
you very
because
much.
the Maserati,
Huh?
the original factory for Maserati was in Bologna, Spain, and they have a fountain. Bologna, and they have a fountain that has Neptune there, and his tool is the trident. So there you go. Oscar.
Like Neptune, the god?
Yeah, the god of the sea. He carried a
Okay.
trident. It's like a
Got it,
pitchfork,
got it,
really.
got it.
Mike.
That's Aquaman in my life.
Aquaman. What car sold more than 1 million units in 1965, setting a record that still stands today? They sold 1 million units of this car, and I'll give you a hint. The reason they say it sold so well is because
Volkswagen Beetle.
You see, you should have waited for your clue. The reason it sold so well, it had 6 taillights. It was a very innovative look. It had 6 taillights. So that is incorrect. Oscar, your chance to steal.
1965.
What was the question? I was rolling around.
What car sold more than 1 million units in 1965, setting a record that still stands today? And I'll give you a hint. It had 6 taillights.
Oh, 6 taillights. The VW bus.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
What is it? Cadillac?
No, Chevy Impala.
I wouldn't have known that. But
it was you would know it if you saw the design because it's a pretty cool looking car at that point. That's right. All right, so board resets right now.
How many more questions do you have?
Enough to go all day.
We have to take a break, and we will come back. Let's come back, and we will wrap up this quiz because it's Friday, and Oscar's not even in the room, and I'm playing with my Pooter toy. It's one of those Friday shows.
Pretty glad I prepared it.
Hey, I want Jack Vale on the show to teach me how to use this.
Understood. One-on-one.
Oh, that was a good one. That would be really... There we go. Thank you. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. I'm sorry.
Let's get to know our friend at KCJJ, Steve Bridges. Did you know that
we need a new one. God almighty, we need a new one. We need a new promo.
All right.
We need a new promo for him, please.
Damn.
All right.
We better hurry.
They should be. What's the protocol for promos as far as when they're too old? How long have we been running that? Have we been running that over a year?
Yeah, but I mean, I run it
When
like
do they
maybe
start smelling?
every couple months. I run it. I mean,
I know
it's a
it
classic.
doesn't matter though. It's still repetitive. You know what I mean? Even
But
if it's a
sometimes
couple of months.
What it is, Mike, is what we like to call a recurrent. Not a current.
Very good.
It's a recurrent. Bro.
Bag that. Let's bury that. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Getting everything you need to cook dinner is complicated right now. But with Freshly, it's simple. Oscar, I would say, I think it's not 3 minutes. It doesn't go that long. You can heat a Freshly dinner in less than 3 minutes on my microwave.
On the back, it's 220 or 330 or sometimes 3 minutes. Depends on the meal.
It does.
That's literally all it takes to get a fresh, delicious meal. Oscar loves it. I love it. Carla loves it. They're fantastic. Freshly delivers fresh to your door. No cooking required. Your meals are fully cooked. No oven required. Oscar likes that. Most people do have ovens, Oscar, but I understand it's special to you. Visit Freshly.com and choose from over 30 delicious, better-for-you meals, and the variety will astound you. Freshly can work with any dietary needs, preferences, tastes, and family size. And now, our listeners can try Freshly for just $6.16 per meal. So, start living freshly. Your meals are always delivered fresh, never frozen, and are ready to heat and enjoy in many cases, less than 3 minutes. It's beautiful. I love them. You're going to love them. Right now, Freshly offering our listeners $40 off your first 2 orders when you go to Freshly.com/TMOS. Make better eating a priority and get this special limited time offer. Go to Freshly.com/TMOS for $40 off your first 2 orders. Try Freshly now, and for a limited time, get $40 off your first 2 orders. Go to Freshly.com/TMOS to learn more. We won't get to it this week, but next week, remind me, please, and you're good about this, Rob, that I have a new cause, and it's taxing churches. That'll be popular. I'm all on board. Read an article about it. Yeah,
I'm in.
Tax them. Yes,
I agree.
You want to tax churches?
I want to tax churches, and if it doesn't work, I want to start my own church. Right here, right now.
I'm in.
I'll do a show on Sunday morning early.
When you do this, are you like the preacher or are you like the Pope? Are you like the be-all,
No, I'm
end-all?
the preacher. I'll preach.
Oh, all right.
I'll preach. It won't necessarily be about what you'd expect.
Can I be a deacon?
It'll be the church of being kind to one another and doing for others. That's going to be my thing. You know, that's it.
Do we pass
like entertaining them, making them laugh.
Do we pass the plate?
Jack Vale is an artist. I'm not giving up on this.
How does he do it so well?
I couldn't do this in my own living room last night, so I can feel the pressure
Mike,
on the show.
You've come along. You really have.
Maybe that's the wrong end.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, boy, this was delicious souffle. Okay, go ahead, Rob.
And I tell you what, if you're watching on video, you'll never tire of Mike licking his hand.
Yeah, I know. It's gross. I know.
It's not like there's a pandemic or anything. I'm just going to lick
It's
my
my
hand.
own hand, for God's sake. You know?
All right. Well, today it's your hand. Tomorrow it's someone else's. It leads to something.
The Pooter came packaged in plastic.
Hermetically sealed.
Yeah. From Jack Vale.
Jack Vale.
Jack Vale.
Jack Vale. Oscar,
Hi, I'm Jack Vale.
Round
Here's
two.
my Pooter.
Yes. Yeah. What's the score?
Round two. In this round, all questions are worth 1 point. Your opponent can steal the score right now. Oscar with 1 point. Mike with 0. All right. Oscar, what year was I love this car. What year was the Corvette introduced?
1963.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Mike.
Let me hit the buzzer. 1958.
1953 is the answer we were looking
God, I just
And you know the first
terrible
year-
at the car quiz.
The first year they only made 300 of them. How would you like to have one of those first Corvettes? Beautiful.
I'm not a
car.
Corvette guy. Even with the vintage Corvettes, I'm
Yeah,
not really a car.
you've driven
There's
one?
a type that I'm sorry.
it's a
Now I'm going to piss
size
other
thing.
people.
It's a size
I'm going to piss people off now. There's a type of dude that gets a Corvette.
I love a Corvette, and I got to drive one
There
once
you
when
go.
I was
Rest
hosting.
my case.
Okay, Mike, thank you.
All right, there you go.
I got loaned a Corvette when I was doing the car show on WJFK, and it was
Right.
a silver Corvette with a T-top, and I remember driving home in it, and Carrie looking at me, and I came in the house, and she says, "You really look like an asshole."
The Corvette Stingray.
But it's a fun car to drive. Fun car to drive.
They've
new
really
Corvette
done. I
is
will give
great.
them credit on the modern iteration, the 2020
right
and
now?
2021.
Oh, yeah.
They've really turned it into a. You can't help but take a second look at it when you see a Corvette drive by. They really are
Mid-engine,
special. Mid-engine now.
Just
Yep.
awesome.
Really
Beautiful
cool.
car. Mike, what was the first car to be mass produced?
The Model T.
That's exactly right.
There you
1908.
go.
Mike, and it's
I
a
got a
tie game,
point.
Oscar.
Your dad had one, right?
I got it. My dad had one. That's funny.
Michael's dad
That's
had
funny.
one.
That's funny.
That's when you got to high school in your Model T.
Yeah, it was great. It beat the hell out of the horse.
Oscar, what was the first car launched into space?
Oh, the Tesla Roadster.
That's exactly right. In
Yeah, from
February
Elon
Oh
Musk.
my
2018.
God! What a pull! Another ding.
Yes.
He takes the lead again.
All right, Mike. This is a multiple choice one.
Okay.
The inventor of cruise control was a blind man, a homeless man, a robot, or a 15-year-old boy.
None of the above. It's Rob Spiewak.
That's exactly right. I'm sorry. Incorrect. Would you like to venture a guess?
What is who are the choices?
The inventor
again?
of cruise control was a blind man, a homeless man, a robot, or a 15-year-old boy.
A 15-year-old boy.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Oscar,
Damn
your
it.
chance to steal.
A blind man.
A blind man is right. A blind man
Oh
invented
my
cruise
God!
control
You
in
got lucky. You
1948.
just guessed.
Yeah.
No, I know these things. I'm a car guy.
He's a car guy.
Okay. All
Car
right.
guy.
A
Oscar,
blind man.
Oscar has 3 points. Mike has 1.
Guy.
Mike, what animal is on the Porsche logo?
God, can this shirt make me look any fatter? Look at the letters all splayed out on my nipples. God
I
damn!
wanted
Tell me,
to say,
how about
I
another?
think
How about
he's-
another 20? You know,
It's-
instead
Mike,
it's like
it's-
this. It's like this.
I was going to say, it reminds me of that line in Stand By Me when
I'm not that fat.
I feel
you
like
know?
that's an athletic cut T-shirt. So it actually gets skinnier in the inside, except for you don't get skinnier in the inside.
No. What's the question again? God
Okay,
damn it.
I'm reminded of Stand By Me when
Science will win.
the kid says, do you think Annette's breasts are getting bigger on Mickey Mouse Club? The A and the E are further apart. Oh, you're going to make Maddie mad. Mike,
There you go.
what animal is on the Porsche logo? Some people say Porsche. What animal is on the Porsche logo?
On the Porsche logo, a llama. A llama.
A llama. I said, hey, llama. I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Hey, llama.
Oscar.
Sorry,
Stallion.
Maddie.
Yes, it is a horse. That is
Yes.
another point for
Another
Oscar.
horse. They're
Yeah.
all horses.
And it's the Stuttgart coat of arms because they're built in
Stuttgart, because
Yes.
it's made in Stuttgart, Germany, a town I
Exactly.
visited with one of my wives.
Oscar. What
Did you go to
kind?
the Porsche factory?
No, we went to the cemetery to see her, like the aunt's grandfather or something, and there were iron crosses in there.
That's fun.
Friggin' Nazis
Not the
buried
good
in there.
kind.
Stuttgart
Back
cemeteries
when they
are
were in
really
denial
great.
too. We didn't know what was going on. Oh,
I only
BS.
followed orders. Oscar. What kind?
Yes.
That's a funnier voice. I learned this from Mike. That's funnier if you whisper. You're quiet with that. You don't want to yell that way.
Okay.
Which way to the headstones?
Oh, this is delicious strudel.
American. Have you ever met other American named Jack Vale?
Jack Vale does this funny video where he goes into a Walmart and breaks wind. It's so crazy.
I have seen him on the internet.
It's got so many million views.
Oscar, what kind of car inspired Ferruccio Lamborghini to start his own automobile company?
Ferruccio Lamborghini. What brand of car did he start?
What kind of car inspired him to build his own car, the Lamborghini?
Ferrari.
That's exactly right. Yes. And Oscar, 5 points for Oscar.
5 points. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me give it a ding. There you go.
Mike, what color? Speaking of Ferrari, the original Ferrari were only one color. What color was that? Don't say brown.
Red.
Red is right.
Ferrari
and Mike
red,
is
yes.
right back in
That
the
was
game.
an easy one.
Yes.
It was.
I'm catching up. Found the sweet spot. Here we go. Oh, I got to keep it right there.
That was good.
Oscar,
Yes.
Dateline 1999.
Okay.
What was the first commercially available hybrid gasoline-electric car in the United States? And it was 1999.
1999. It was the Toyota Prius.
Ooh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
The
Mike,
Chevy Volt?
No, Mike, your chance to steal the first hybrid car.
That's a car that doesn't run on gas.
See, this is a multi-layered show, folks. Mike, what was the first hybrid available in the United States?
Oh, let me think. Oh, boy. Let me think. The first hybrid car was a Tesla.
I'm sorry, the incorrect answer is not Tesla. Honda Insight in 1990.
Was this list put together by Honda? Because everything is
Actually,
Honda.
no, I have a friend who has an Insight. It is pretty damn good.
There's been two Honda answers, Mike, for just keeping track. Mike.
Okay, smart man.
It was not put together by Honda.
All right, okay.
How many horsepower or how much horsepower did the first Porsche 911 have? And it was 1964. What was the horsepower of the 1964 Porsche?
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
250 horsepower.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry.
That's incorrect.
To the pin, 300 horsepower. 320.
This will shock you. 130 horsepower. That's it.
Yeah, I know horsepowers were, not that big a thing in the day.
All right, here's multiple guess right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oscar, how many parts does the average car have? 300, 3,000, 30,000, or 300,000?
300.
300 parts is incorrect.
Damn it.
So, Mike, your chance to steal, is it 3,000, 30,000, or 300,000?
30,000.
That's right, and Mike is right back in the hunt. And as we near the end of round 2, Oscar has 5.
We're going to near the end of the whole damn thing in a second here, so we got to one. Are we tied?
No, you are down by 2, but that's all right because this is round 3 and all questions are worth 100 points.
Very good. All right, I'll stop doing this.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This has been very self-indulgent.
No, I think it's fine.
I have completely lost focus in the show, but we're doing
fun.
a quiz.
We're having fun.
Mike,
That's good. I'm excited about that.
what do the letters BMW stand for?
Bavarian Motor Works.
That's good for 100 points.
Oh, yeah.
The score is
Yes,
now
sir.
103 to 5.
BMW, John. It's BMW. And coming in second was Mercedes Kapinski.
All right, Oscar.
Yes.
For 100 points. What is Toyota's luxury division called?
Oh, it's Lexus.
Lexus is good for 100 points.
That's a softball. That's a soft tomato.
Take
a soft tomato, baby. That really is a soft tomato.
Mike, you're fighting
Yes,
tomato
go ahead.
cans. Here is your question, multiple choice, all right?
I'm ready. I hate multiple choice, but I'm ready.
Aston Martin designed a customized car for the Prince of Wales that runs on hydrogen, wine, cooking oil, or lawn shavings.
Cooking oil.
That is incorrect.
It's hydrogen.
Also incorrect.
Oh,
It ran on wine.
no! Wine?
Yes.
Ethanol?
Bitterman, I fell out of the goddamn car.
I tried to show. I screened Arthur 2 on the rocks for Shannon.
Mm-hmm. Uncle Pizza! Aunt Pell!
Yes. She didn't find it as amusing.
That's one of the worst movies ever made if you showed
really
her number
bad.
2.
Yeah.
Has she seen the original?
No.
Show her the original.
Yeah,
it's great until Liza Minnelli shows up.
And even then, it's still pretty good. It's all right.
Yeah, but she almost wrecked that movie.
Almost. Oscar,
yes.
for 100 points. What model car did Chevrolet ship vertically during the 1970s? Was it the Malibu, the Citation, the Chevette, or the Vega?
The Vega.
That is right for another 100 points.
Oh, my God.
And because of that, they were able to ship 30 to a rail car instead of 15, and it really brought down the price of a really bad car. So that's good.
Well, bless their hearts. That's it.
Mike,
one more. We have one more. This is worth 1,000 points.
This is worth 10,000 points.
10,000 points right here.
Okay,
right,
here we are.
Good.
What was the Volkswagen Beetle called when it was first sold in the United States?
A death trap. Are you kidding me, ladies?
No,
Are you
I'm
kidding
sorry.
me? What?
Oscar, your chance to steal, although you've already won statistically.
Oh, yeah, wasn't it? I know it was the people's car, right?
Well, that is what Volkswagen means, but what was it called in the United States?
The Bug.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Because of World War II sentiments, it was called the Victory Wagon.
The Victory Wagon. Oh, my God. That means Oscar.
Oscar wins.
You're the big winner. Congratulations.
Yay.
He knows his
Finally.
cars, people. We will take a break. When we come back, it is the final audio vault of the week right
It's a
here.
digital
or
dumpster,
vault.
you see.
Digital dumpster. Right here on
We
the
gotta
Mike
change the name
O'Mara
back.
Show. We'll be right back, please.
Tonight, after an all-new bloopers and practical jokes, it's a very special episode of The Regulars, when Oscar's big trip into the city presents a few surprises.
I see a man in front of me that is pantsless.
It's the heartwarming story of Oscar and an angel in disguise.
He wasn't doing anything crazy to himself.
You know, to be fair, though, he would have been okay on a Zoom call.
See what happens when Oscar uses his charm and tries to help on his way to work.
I wasn't going to do that to a poor homeless man.
Well, the problem is if you did that, he might make himself big.
Check it out, along with the Mike O'Mara Show on your favorite platform, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And as for our little hero,
wow, getting it done.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. The feet are the foundation of our body.
Amen.
And socks are the most active ingredient in footwear. Features is obsessed with making the perfect sock. And the runner's secret weapon is now on the golf course. I know this because I wear them every day. They have your feet covered. They don't slip. They don't bunch. They certainly don't give you blisters. Features has engineered a sock with targeted compression, anatomical design, and moisture-wicking material for unsurpassed performance. Every step is cool, dry, and comfortable. I love them, love them, love them, love them, love them, love them, love them. You would think that after I've been doing these commercials for a very long time now, they would send me a giant box filled with them. But it doesn't matter because I buy them anyway
Mike,
because I
have
love them.
I have a question. When you're getting dressed in the morning and you're putting on your socks, is it hard to determine which goes on which foot?
No, Rob, because they have a left and a right little circle on them, and it lets you know which one. That's how engineered they are.
I know.
So name me a sock that does that. None of them.
None of them, Oscar.
If you're unsatisfied at any point, they give you a lifetime guarantee. They'll give you a replacement pair. If you want the best socks in the world, you got to get Features right now. Family owned since 2002. I love them, and I am sure you're going to love them too. Features is challenging you to try a pair, and if they're not the best socks you've ever worn, on or off the golf course, they will take them back. They are so confident that you'll love their socks that they've also given listeners of the Mike O'Mara Show $10 off your first pair of Features when you go to features.com/TMOS. That's FEETURES.com/TMOS for $10 off your first pair of Features. You are going to love these, ladies and gentlemen. Let's open up the thing right now. There it is. It's the DD. Take it away, Rob Spiewak.
Sick and tired, Mike. I'm sick and tired of people that I like dying. We lost George Segal this week, and I was
but you obsess on it. So I mean, it's not that you love death, but you actually with celebrity deaths, there's never a celebrity death that's too small.
You celebrate them.
I don't celebrate them. It saddens me.
Yes, he does.
All right. Well, should I just skip the tape then?
No.
All right. Jessica
Who
Walter.
died now?
Jessica Walter, who was on one of the most underrated and fantastic sitcoms of the last 30 years. Arrested
She was
Development.
brilliantly funny in that show. Yep.
Oh God, she's great.
She was brilliantly funny in Play Misty for me. That were for years during my formative years was the Scary DJ movie where she had a stalker, where she was a stalker.
Let's start with Play Misty for me, because if you are in radio, you must see this movie.
Listen, you're not going. Most people in our listening audience now aren't going to remember this movie. It's Clint Eastwood plays a DJ. I think it's where he's
like Glenn Hollis.
I think it's where he was. He fell in love with the Monterey Peninsula because that's where they shot the movie.
I think you're right.
I think that's kind of where he tracked her. That's how long it was. Clint Eastwood's a young guy, so that's how old this movie is. And Jessica Walter is the stalker and out of her gourd, and she was brilliant then. So let's play that.
This is a great little clip from Play Misty.
Come on, Evelyn, I gotta go.
I'd love a Coke.
Not tonight. I gotta get to the station.
No, you don't. Hey, you're talking to number one fan. You don't work tonight.
I got this show that I'm trying to set, and it happens to be a very important show to me. That means I gotta pick the music, I gotta write the lead-ins, and I gotta find some poetry. Now, come on, will you?
Poetry? Let me help you. I'm terrific with poetry. I know all kinds by heart.
Yep.
She nails it.
Sounds like my
ex-girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
So creepy. And I think maybe a little typecast after that too.
Yeah,
that movie was such a hit.
It was, and then I think that two of her big bounce backs. She was a voice on Archer. I don't follow Archer, but people do love that cartoon. And the fact that she was cast as Lucille Bluth on Arrested Development was a game changer. Yep. She was 80 when she passed. Here's a little montage of her work from Arrested Development.
Her daughter, a big-time Hollywood executive now.
Oh, I did not know that. Yeah.
And her work where she did this pivot, because a lot of people like me, when that show came out, remembered her from Play Misty for you, but then she did the comic thing.
Total reinvention. And you need to know.
So brilliant.
You need to know, before I play this montage, a running plot arc in one of the seasons is they used company money to buy a yacht called the Seaward. Seaward, because that's where you get in the boat and you head out seaward. So just know that when they mention that. And here's reinventing the older, boozy drunk like no other, Jessica Walter.
I'm not a prude, but it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Is your mother drunk?
I'd have to get up pretty early to get drunk by 1 o'clock.
Get rid of the C word.
I'll leave when I'm good and ready. Loose! That coat cost more than your house. Oh, that's how we joke. She doesn't even have a house. Get me a vodka rocks.
Mom, it's breakfast.
And a piece of toast. I'll be in the hospital bar.
There isn't a hospital bar, Mother.
Well, this is why people hate hospitals.
She was visiting her husband, who allegedly had a terminal illness. I'll be in the hospital bar.
I'll be in the thing about it is that when you're great at a character, then that makes the writers write better for you. And it just feeds it. And safe travels to her. She was very young for, she had a lot of good work to do.
80 is young, but she didn't look it. She was still lovely and just the most wonderful timing.
Too young.
All right. I wanted to do something that was kind of fun for the weekend to bring you into it. I've played this tape before, but it's been a couple of years. Rolling Stone put out a list of the best rock and roll documentaries. Number 2, I think, is The Who's The Kids Are All Right. Number 3 was David Bowie. But number 1, and I have to agree, it's an amazing film if you've ever seen it, Gimme Shelter, the Rolling Stones documentary.
Yep, that's the one where they go to Altamont, right?
Yeah,
and they show them
it started out,
Hell's Angels.
It really started out to be a concert film, and turned out to be a gripping documentary about Hell's Angels actually murdering fans. And
murdering a fan.
Violence at the concert. And if you ever have a chance to see it, it's the music is extraordinary, but it's also kind of a pivot for the whole rock and roll environment for the way that went down. But what I want to share with you that is a little more upbeat than that, these are the isolated vocals from the song Gimme Shelter. So what you're going to hear here is you'll hear some headphone bleed of the music, but primarily you're going to hear the voices of Mick Jagger and the lady who sang backup on the original record. Her name is Mary Clayton. And if this doesn't send chills up your spine, you're not wired quite right.
Ooh, the storm is threatening my very life today. If I don't get some shelter, oh yeah, I'm gonna fade away. Whoa, children, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. Whoa, children, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away.
A lot of people say the Rolling Stones' greatest talent is making money, and they're very good at it. However, there are some records that when you break them down, they were one hell of a band.
Well, you know what a frontman is and what that star power carried that whole band. You hear that thunderous power that he had in his voice. It's incredible.
So good. So anyway, if you have a chance, you may want to watch Gimme Shelter, but that is available on YouTube. If you want to watch or hear those isolated vocals, fantastic. Now, musically also, it's a way a song is presented, Mike. We had a segment that we're going to show. Well, I guess we recorded already, but the bonus show drops today. You want to check it out. We did a salute on Earworm Records. I thought it was a lot of fun to do.
Oh, did I have one?
Oh, did you have one?
I have. Yeah. I'll. Well, I don't think I'm giving anything away if I tell you what it is.
Tell me.
Mambo number 5 has been in my head since we brought it up on that show.
Lou Vega. This is a record that was mentioned, but we played the original version, not the sad version, Mike. This was going viral on YouTube yesterday. The viral version of YMCA.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be.
With the accent.
Yeah, what sealed it for me was the accent.
Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man. When you're short on your door, you can
I gotta play it. Do you play it to the hook?
Of course.
And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
That's funny.
YMCA.
Okay.
Anyway, that is YMCA. Sad, right? That's your digital dumpster. Have a blessed weekend, everybody.
Wow. Oh, my goodness gracious. Hey, our thanks to, oh, my God, Rachel, get the last name. I want to make sure we Rachel Guthrie from Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. What a wonderful lady that was. What a sweet lady and a brave lady. And, man, I admire people like that so much it's not even funny. What a delight to have her on the show.
And
we'll
Ollie.
be back.
And Ollie.
Ollie. That's right. Ollie, her son. We'll be back.
I'm over here,
a great
Ollie.
bonus show this week, by the way.
Yes.
Great musical bonus show.
Fun.
So check it out and gift it to somebody you love. We'll be back Monday with a brand new show. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, also Pony Boy, Matt Bloom, and Matty Masiello, Mike O'Mara saying so long. Oh, I suck at it. So long, everybody.
Jack Vale.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.